Alrighty. Well, as you would have seen, we were at the All-Star break, which means we are turning the whole trade thing back on, which we could have had going the entire season, but not that big of a deal. I believe we are closing in on the proper amount of games played. Obviously, I haven't simmed every single game with the slower method this season, but I am hoping that post-deadline, we might actually, maybe, possibly, potentially have a positive reputation again. Anaheim sucks. 7-1 Coyotes. Whew. 7-1. Jordan Leopold scored his first and second. We're the best. We're the best, chat. Give me that second phone, baby. -9. Aha! There it is. There is the 50 games. Sweet. So we don't have to do that anymore. Never mind. There's one for play 100 games. Fudge. This is just my life now. It goes up to 150. You shut your whore mouth. Get out of here with that nonsense. Oh, God. All right. Well, this could take... Why the hell do I get points for drafting a winger from the queue? Draft a franchise player. Initiate 3 successful trades. Jesus. Draft a German goalie. What the hell? All right. Well, this is just our life now. Potter staying with the Bruins. Indeed. Thank God for that. We had to grind preseason playoff count as well. Yeah. Again, this isn't something that I wanted to do, but we have had terrible, terrible luck in keeping a positive GM reputation. So right now I'm doing everything I can, even if it's going to slow things down a little bit. But we'll be slow and methodical, especially when we don't really have the playoffs to look forward to right now. Scouting assignments. What do I want to do here? Shout out to Tyler Benson. We do have pretty good information on them already. OHL, the Q, US, TEL. Is there a particular league in which we have no information? And whole finding 60% info. All right, let's go US for like 2 weeks. We'll be a little bit more hands-on here. We'll do what the game wants. Because damn it, I want extra phones. Also, Jaromir Jagr is cooking this season. 19 goals. Jesus. 19 goals, 20... I think it was 25 assists. Maybe it was Bodka that had the 26. Maybe it was. Who's to say, are we trading Jagr? If I get an offer for him, yeah. At the same time, I don't know if we'll be eligible to get any half-decent trade offers because, again, we were very, very, very close to the cap floor. Jagr literally cannot stop scoring goals. Jesus. Unbelievable. 20 now for Jaromir Jagr. Outscoring Columbus's Ryan Johansson. You'll love to see it. We're not nearly as bad as I thought we'd be. The fact that we have 17 wins is kind of nuts. Jagr scores again. Overtime, Brandon McMillan earns us that extra point. 21 goals now for Jagr. What the hell? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. We acquired him almost as a meme. Let's see, we got Carolina. Not John. Willie Mitchell scores. Jagr again. He can't stop scoring. 22 for Jaromir Jagr. Timeless. Absolutely timeless. Insane. Coyotes legend. Flyers legend. Stars legend. General legend. Let's see. Yeah. Jesus Christ. McMillan scores. Dude, every game. He is now up to 23 goals. Holy God. This is insane. Oh, and the dog just barked to go out. You gotta be kidding me. Hold on. See if I can bide myself a little bit of time there. You ever check with your dog to be like, hey, you gotta go out before you gotta do something? And then your dog just looks at you like you're fucking stupid. So you're like, all right, well, I'm gonna go do what I have to do. And then 15 minutes later, it's, hey, fucker, come let me outside. What a pain. What happened last season? We were very bad. We were very, very bad. Just like this season, where we are very, very bad. Except for Jaromir Jagr. Let's see if he can score against Montreal. Brown and McMillan. Oops. Well, Max Pacioretty just kicked the crap out of us, didn't he? Back-to-back 5-2 losses. Gonna re-up Madden to make the Josh Dobbs story and try to replicate his insane year. Well, his insane year's over. He's going to Minnesota. Too much pressure will be on him. Media will rip him apart if he's not exactly what Kirk Cousins is, if not better. Because, you know, people are nice. And one of my favorite players of all time on Friday. PJ Stock. Matt Lashoff. Mark Mancari. Oh my God, natural hat trick for Oscar Lindbergh. Let's fucking go. Scott Walker. Just spit in his face. Just kidding. I don't dislike Scott Walker that much. But, you know. Yeah, he had some good Olympic aspirations as a tremendous diver. Let's see. Okay, well, we got Tyler Biggs scored a goal. Is that legal? Tyler Biggs is allowed to score goals in this reality? The hell is that? That's allowed? Oh, Toby Reeder scores. Oh boy, we got pooped on. Also, I can't help but notice that perhaps our trade block was reset because we have not gotten a single trade offer since the All-Star break. And that's a little bit concerning because I figured we'd be able to. Could also mean that indeed we have no cap space whatsoever to be able to give up. Oh yeah, it totally changed what I was looking for. Honestly, I'm willing to open up the block entirely. Send me offers. And we can negotiate from there if I like that particular deal. Why not? You know, we're not so far into this that we're committing to a vast majority of our players or anything like that. So, man, we had to go from Edmonton to LA. That's not a fun travel day. Jagr scores. And we get pooped on. A typical Arizona Coyotes game at this point in time. And then we go back home to play Florida. 24 goals for Yager now, though. Should be pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Brett Bulmer, the team lead in plus minus at a +6. That's abysmal. All right. Scouting assignment. What else can we do? What else can we do? Who else can we find out about? Who else? I wish it showed you a percentage of like, yeah, you know this much about this many people in this particular region, but it doesn't do that. Let's get some time in the OHL in there, I suppose. Oh, Florida. What do you got in store for us? Fleischmann scores. All right. What an exciting game that would have been to watch. Thomas Fleischmann scores. Hello. Uh-oh. I literally can't hit anything. Okay. Well, that was a hell of a glitch. I don't know what to make of that. I should go save really quickly before we sim this next game. I did save about 12 minutes ago, so we wouldn't have lost that much progress. But, you know. Yeah, we can go save again just to really be safe about it. All right. And we would have lost about 15 minutes of progress, roughly. Tampa. What do you got for us? Lindbergh, Martinuk, Fiddler, Gormley, and Bryce Salvador. Imagine it forced you to trade McDavid. That'd be a fun little hurdle we'd have to overcome, now wouldn't it? Just, you know, hey, get rid of Connor McDavid. We didn't, though. We didn't. All right, San Jose. The Shacks. We're really not getting many trade offers. Bodker scores, as does Mike Brown in a 5-2 loss. I am shocked at how good Mike Brown has been for us. It's hilarious, really. All right, we have reached the week of the trade deadline. Again, I can't imagine we'll actually be able to do much due to cap limitations, but it be what it do. Again, I get in big trouble if we end up with cap whales, so it might limit some of the things we can do at times like this. Especially as we continue to push to get that second phone back as we get shut out 5-0 by Minnesota. Hat trick in the game for Charlie Coyle. Day before the deadline, we are on the road in Calgary. Good old Calgary. 21-38-5. We are a bad hockey team. All right. What have the Flames got in store for us? Oh, my God. Lone goal from Mikhail Bodker as we get absolutely dunked on. Yet again, the NHL's resident punching bag. The Arizona Coyotes. So let's do it. Trade deadline time. We do only have one phone. $17 million in cap available right now. In terms of players we have to trade away, obviously we're not getting rid of any of the super big names. So really, I don't think we're getting rid of anybody. Yager is the most valuable one. And even then, he's only going to fetch us like a second-round pick. We already have 4 firsts, including our own. I don't think there's much we have to do here. The big teardown happened last season. So for now, I think we're okay. If we get a trade offer, I'll entertain it. But for now, I think we're good. So, happened with the cap space. Again, we just didn't sign a cap whale to, to take up that extra space. Yeah, see, we can't do this. Like the cap, actually the cap that they would lose from acquiring Brandon Gormley, who isn't somebody that we really want to trade away anyway. So, somebody else face-off percentage. I'll see if I can check. Tampa's calling with 2 hours to go. McMillan for Booth. 1 for 1. McMillan's 25. He's not going to get too much better than what he is. David Booth is 31 at this point and is on the way down. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. It would take up some extra cap space, but not much. Dan Hamhuis was traded for a first, and Alexi Pepe. It's the only trade. It's been a quiet season in terms of trades across the league. This deal would not go through because it would leave us too short on cap space. Mikhail Bodker for Nick Ritchie. Wouldn't mind bringing in Nick Ritchie, but we had that debate over whether or not we want Mikhail Bodker to stick around as it is. I highly doubt they're giving up anybody that has a cap hit, and they're not. Freaking Rosberg goalie they took. Holy shit. Unless we were to also take on Clayton Stoner, in which it might not let me do this. Hate to say it, but yeah, it's not going to work out cap-wise in a big deal like that. So, not much we can do for this deadline. That is it. That is it. All right, well, let's get this season over and done with then. You know, our time to strike, for the most part, will be at the draft when we are not all that beholden to the salary cap like we are right now. So, see the crazy Michigan coach thing. No, I didn't. Again, college sports aren't really my jam. So, unless it's the UMaine Black Bears hockey team, we'll hopefully win a national title this year or in the next couple. So OEL scores again. I will try to see if I could check the OEL face-off percentage. 6-3 loss to Washington. I don't think we'll be able to check it because when we go to stats, obviously, it will still show him as a defenseman. So. Oh, no, it's okay. We can see it. 40.82. Honestly, that's not that bad. For a defenseman with 55 faceoffs, it's not that bad. He is going to put up less points as a forward than he did as a defender last season. So the big question this year is, have we ruined Oliver Ekman-Larsson? And we shall see. Oh, goodness. All right. See the worst face-off man on the team. Out of actual centers, yeah. There was Mikhail Bodker, who had a lesser percentage, but he's a winger. So he'd only be taking in, like, fill-in face-offs. We beat Anaheim again. All right. Lindbergh up to 8 goals. Bodker has 18. It's not that bad. And we ended a 7-game win streak that they happen to have. So, again, the next couple of seasons, I think the sim's going to be a little bit slow for us, but it has to be done this way if we want that extra phone. Shout out to Roman Horak. 2 goals in the third period. We lose to Edmonton. I will never be upset to see us lose right now. I would love another first overall pick, and particularly if we didn't have to trade for this one like we did last year. where it was about Sam Gagner and a pick, a little bit more to get the first from Montreal. You know, how many times has that happened this season? We start off relatively strong. Third or even second period in this instance comes around and we give up like 4 goals and just get absolutely floored. That didn't help. All right, we got the home stand. St. Louis kicked the crap out of us. Never mind, you fucking lost, nerds. Imagine getting shut out by, I presume, Stalock, and indeed it was. Big shutout win for Alex Stalock. I believe that's win number 20 on the season once it updates. There it is. So just 4 wins on the season. For a backup, who I was hoping would be the starter, and Byzantine soon, but we'll see. Wow, we actually beat San Jose. Jordan Leopold. Lucas Lesio ended up being the heroes against our former goaltender and Mike Smith. Again, we ended up with the Sharks first rounder last year and this year. They are a good team, but hey, first round pick is more valuable to us right now. 25 wins on the season. What do we got against Dallas? Fiddler scores. McMillan scores. Fiddler scores again. He's actually been pretty good. And yeah, Yager's gone stone cold for us. But yeah, look at Fiddler. 12 goals on the season for the rookie. It's not that bad. Breaking out the crab raid for Fiddler. I hope you're prepared to give up bits every time he scores. He scores quite a bit. All right, we are almost done with this season, mercifully. In terms of scouting, there's the whole find 60% of information thing. Still got quite a few guys that just nothing is known about them. We'll hit the wrong button is what we'll do. You'll love to see it. Let's just move on. Let's just move on. Philly. Mike Brown scores. Lindbergh gets us to overtime. And we actually win in the shootout for once. Brandon McMillan. All right. We actually won a game in the shootout. I think that's the first time this year. I'll bring up New Jersey. Yeah, Yager's still stuck on 24 goals, man. Still stuck. Let's see. Yager finally on the board yet again. Fiddler will get the GWG. 13th for him, the 25th now for Jaromir Jagr, who is still our leading scorer, despite being twice the age of most of the players I have under contract currently. Scouting-wise, I'm at this point just thinking, fuck it, leave it. Oh my god. Bodker, McMillan, and Fiddler. Dude, Fiddler's been insane. Bodker and McMillan again. And Jaromir Jagr. We win 6-4 over Buffalo in what I can only presume is a tank bowl. Yeah, 31-30 and 12. Buffalo's not quite in that category. A little bit better than us. Tuukka Rask versus Carey Price. The GOAT against Carey Price. The New York Rangers. We got for the Rangers. Fiddler scores. Oh my god. Lindbergh scores. And Jaromir Jagr will get the GWG against one of his former teams. You'll love to see it. Fiddler. 15 goals. He is absolutely a part of this team moving forward. So we're now up to 29 wins. All right. Can we do scouting-wise here? What can we do? Let's go to the queue for like 3 weeks. 69 forward prospects in the queue. You'll love to see it. Let's see. Lesio scores. And he was the only one. We got pooped on. 5-1. Got absolutely pooped on by the Islanders. Hat trick for Kyle Okposo. How many AI, or not AI necessarily, but how many opponents have scored a hat trick on us this season? I feel like we're encroaching double digits here. Approaching? Approaching would have been a more proper word, but I mean, technically. Oh, goodness. Well, we still have nothing for LA. They kicked the hell out of us in the playoffs last year. 2 goals each for Jeff Carter and Drew Doughty. Still 29 wins. Dallas. What do you got for me? A goal for Toby Reeder. A goal for Fiddler. We go to overtime and Dallas wins it. Wow. Frickin' Fiddler, man. He might hit 20 goals. He could be in the Calder conversation. However, we do only have 2 games left. So he'd have to really bring it. As would Yager to hit 30. He's currently on 27. Yeah, big focus this season. Mantha, Domi on our AHL team. Let's see. All right, Minnesota. 37 goal scorer, Zach Parise. Scandell and Vanek score. Make it 38 for Parise. Our lone goal for Oliver Ekman-Larsson. The Lossum Tossum. His 10th of the season. As we head to our final game of the year. It's on the road in Calgary. We'll see if we can get our 30th win of the year. Obviously, no playoffs for us. I said we wouldn't see the playoffs again for a while. A goal for OEL. Bodker and Stone. It's too little too late. We lose 4-3. Finish the season with 29 wins, having directly simmed a good amount of the games this season. Time consuming, but worth it in the long run. So we'll finish up the season sim, kind of recap all of it. And again, the highlights for us for the near future will be the draft. So, all right. Well, let's see if our GM rep took a big hit. -15. Fuck's sake. I don't think we're getting back to I don't think we're getting back to where we want to be. Knucklehead, what's going on, man? How are you? Let's bump up that scout again. Damn. I don't think we're getting that second phone, though, no matter what we do. Hate to say it. We'll get a look at the playoff tree, though. San Jose, Anaheim, LA, Calgary, Chicago, Edmonton, Nashville, St. Louis. Eastern side is Boston, Tampa, Ottawa, Florida, Washington, Toronto, and Pittsburgh against the New York Islander. This team can't afford another phone. Potentially not. Were we the dead last team? Yeah, we were. By 11 points. That's how you tank, Carolina. That's how you tank right there. So we will have the #1 odds in the lottery with our own pick. See how the boys did this year. We know Yager did very well. Bodker did very well. Let's see what we're dealing with here. So for forwards, Yager was our top point getter with 65. And yet Bodker, McMillan, 32 points for Lindbergh and Todd Fiddler. Very happy with that. 24 points for Mike Brown. Reeder had 12 goals. Only Bulmer and Martinook were under 20 points. And we had 2 20-goal scorers, Bodker and Yager. Defensively, our leading point getter was OEL, despite being our #1 center. So technically, it was Brandon Gormley with 33 points. You also had Robin Regier, Michael Stone up there. Again, we had that very, very average defense in a whole lot of ways. And for the goalies, 23 wins for Alex Stalock, Both goalies with a sub 3.0 GAA. 907 for Mark Byzantine, but a 916 for Stalock with 2 shutouts and a lone point. So Stalock has been awesome for us since acquiring him from the Sharks in the Mike Smith trade. Around the league, leading scorers, Steven Stamkos. Top 5 also had Sidney Crosby, Anze Kopitar, Patrick Kane, and John Tavares. In terms of goal scorers, it is Alexander Ovechkin, then Rick Nash, Stamkos, James Van Riemsdyk, and Sidney Crosby. In terms of the defense, the point leader, Erik Karlsson. You also saw Drew Doughty, Shea Weber, boy, let me tell you, PK Subban, and Ryan Suter. With the top goal scorer being Erik Karlsson. You also had Torrey Krug, Dustin Byfuglien, Justin Schultz, and Mike Green. For the goalies, lowest GAA, the highest was Martin Brodeur. The lowest, Jonas Hiller with a 188. Among full-time starters, though, you could argue it's Tuukka Rask or even Jimmy Howard. The winningest was Pekka Rinne and Mike Smith with 34 each. Mark Byzantine down there at 6-9-1. And highest save percentage goes to Jonas Hiller. You also had Halak Niemi up there. 8 shutouts for Jonathan Quick to lead the league. For the rookie race, 48 points for Johnny Gaudreau. From there, it was Oscar Lindbergh, Todd Fiddler, Oscar Clefbaum, and Austin Watson. So it is very likely Johnny Gaudreau's Calder to win. Unless a goalie like Calvin Pickard really impressed, but you would think it would be Johnny Gaudreau. That is my presumption. So we have a draft to sim to, maybe even some AHL playoffs to pay attention to. It's close. Shout out to Domi leading the way in terms of assists. But before we can do that, I need to go see if my dog has to go outside. I know I'm a terrible person.